Yemi Sholade apologizes to Afeez Owo after over 2 decades. Veteran Nollywood actor Yemi Sholade has openly apologized to his colleague Afeez Owo for slapping him during a movie shoot over 2 decades ago. Speaking on Behind the Fame Africa A-list, Yemi Sholade recalled the incident which happened on the outskirts of Ibadan while filming a movie. At the time, Afeez was serving as the production manager on set. According to Yemi Sholade, after wrapping up the shoot for a day, the town experienced a blackout and he felt Afeez didn't take his complaints seriously. The tension escalated and in his words, the slap came from nowhere in the dark, end quote. Yemi Sholade said, and I quote, "Let me apologize to actor Afeez Abiodun, who I once slapped many years back. It was the production manager of the movie. It was over 20 years ago, but I can't recall the year. When we finished filming in Ibadan, there was a blackout. It was the one we would lay our frustration on as a production manager. It got me infuriated because it wasn't taking me seriously, and that slap came from nowhere in the dark. I didn't like that." He added, and I quote, "Afeez, I am sorry, don't be offended with me. I have discussed the incident with people before now, but let me just speak to Afeez directly," end quote. The actor also noted that while he dislikes insults, something he says might be his weakness. And this is a crazy situation. I saw this earlier, and I hope, aside, yes, we know how it's always a big deal when you offend somebody in private. You have to apologize to the person in public, and hopefully he has done this in private because nobody except probably the people around there knew that there was this drama, and of course he's taking atonement for whatever sin he might have committed. Hopefully he did this in private, and now we already know in public that once in the past, he slapped Mr. Afeez, and it's just a crazy situation. And I hope they are better now. That's the cocoa of all the whole thing. And of course, this is a message to anybody, every one of us also. If we see that we've offended people, yeah, it might be in passing, and it might be a long time ago, but it's no harm if the thing just sticks to you or is bothering your mind. Apologize to the person privately, very good, and publicly for some people that like things like that, especially if it was done in public space and other people saw the situation. Anyways, we hope they are better. Akon City is still happening despite cancellation reports. American Senegalese singer Akon has dismissed claims that his ambitious Akon City project in Senegal has been cancelled, thereby calling the reports exaggerated and fueled by critics open to see it fail. He made this known while speaking to TMZ Hip Hop, where he gave an update on the futuristic city he had been developing for over a decade. Akon said, and I quote, "Well, what I can tell you is the Akon City project is under attack. The impact that it's going to do for Africa is kind of shaking up a lot of agendas. So you're going to see a lot of misinformation on the internet. I would advise that you know it is untrue. It is not going to stop. It is continuing," end quote. Elaborating further, Akon said the scope of the project has inspired people to discredit it. He also briefly acknowledged the speed of the construction process, all while vowing to push ahead. "My purpose is to develop Africa, and that project is part of the development," end quote, he added. All of this is coming after reports surfaced stating that the country, Senegal, has scrapped Akon's plan for the $6 billion futuristic city due to insufficient progress. According to reports, Senegal officially cancelled Akon's ambitious plans to build a multi-billion-dollar city along the country's Atlantic coast due to insufficient progress and financial complications, replacing it with a $1.2 billion resort project. If you recall, in 2020, Senegal granted Akon 136 acres of land to build its ambitious city, Akon City, a futuristic smart city envisioned to transform the quiet farming village of Modiene into a tech-driven urban hub. Last August, Akon received a final formal notice from the Senegalese government to commence construction on its proposed $6 billion futuristic city or risk losing the land. The notice followed missed payments to SAPCO, the state-owned agency tasked with developing coastal and tourism zones. Now, the government has reclaimed most of the lands originally allocated for the project, inspired by Marvel's fictional Wakanda, after little progress was made, according to Bloomberg. That project no longer exists, says Serigne Mamadou Mbop, head of SAPCO Senegal, the state agency responsible for developing coastal and tourism zones, in comments to Senegal's national press agency. The land will now be used for a scaled-back project led by SAPCO Senegal Coastal Development Agency, which plans to invest $1.2 billion to transform the area into a major tourism hub. So who is saying the truth? Akon or the Senegalese government? Yeah, when Akon came up with the idea and he went everywhere selling the idea to people, people were really looking forward to it. Yes, it's a big project and the time frame is a little bit short, but if there's money, you will see the development happening and we'll see progress. So we were waiting and eagerly waiting to see what this futuristic city called Akon City will look like. He even went as far as saying he has his own coin. That's a coin that will be spent in that particular city. So we're definitely eager looking for it. But they're saying that they gave him time to show progress and show workings, and nothing happened and nothing is happening, and they're taking a part of the land to develop and do important thing also. Only time will tell if Akon is the one saying the truth. He's telling us to disregard whatever the Senegalese government is saying. The Senegalese government is saying, we've taken part of the land and we're moving on with the project that we have planned. And low-key, I've forgotten his name, a YouTuber went to the so-called Akon City to find out if truly anything is happening. Lo and behold, it's on YouTube, by the way. Lo and behold, there was no progress. There was no progress. It was just this entrance and nothing is happening. So right now, we don't know who we should believe. Akon said the project is still going on, only time will tell. But Akon, the project is done, they stay too long. Just this entrance, the beginning, and this is what since 2020. So if Akon has been telling you about this project, go and invest. Hopefully the project will still continue, and the little space he has, he can continue to do whatever he wants to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the entertainment news. Right about now, let's throw back to this past weekend. Also check out what went down at the Trend Up Awards, which is an annual award ceremony that recognizes achievements in the social media community, and we'll be back after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're excited to be here tonight to celebrate the creatives, the amazing minds in the African nation, moving mountains, breaking barriers, please, one more time, can I hear you round of applause?
Trend Up Awards is that one platform that celebrates creativity, excellence, and uniqueness. So if you feel like you have something that the world needs to see, then this is a platform for you to look up to.
When we kicked off the Trend Up Awards, it was for one major reason. There was just that gap where creators and influencers were not being recognized for the amazing work they do. If you look at footballers, you look at musicians, you look at movie stars, they all have platforms that recognize them, that support them. And these guys, the creators, right, put in so much work. Again, from the experience of working with them, or our team working with them in the last 10 years, we've seen firsthand the kind of efforts that they put into their work.
Because as a fellow creator, I know how much work goes into creating content. You see 1 minute, but it takes hours behind the scenes. So I think it's really important for creators to be recognized and to be appreciated. And I'm rooting for all the nominees. I wish everyone the best.
You see, for every winner you see on the stage, they've been judged by 3 major factors. 1, consistency. 2, engagement. 3, creativity. It's very important that we keep the standards, and it's also very important that people that are being celebrated understand fully well why they are being celebrated.
But speaking to what Trend Up Africa is doing, I think it's really amazing that we have our own awards here, recognizing the hard work that content creators in Nigeria are putting into their crafts. So it's so amazing to see. I'm very excited to see everyone.
The Trend Awards, I think, is very little that we could give back to them. Of course, I know people say, oh, they make money and all of that, but hey, the joy they give us, the happiness they give us, you can't quantify all of that.
And the winners.
we're live at Trend Up Awards. I'm nominated the 3rd time in a row, and I'm just grateful for what Trend Up Africa is doing. And you know, fingers crossed, maybe I win tonight, maybe not. But it's an amazing platform for content creators, so I'm just grateful to be out here tonight.
Trends Award is a very good platform and a good initiative at that, because it gives you a sense of belonging. It gives you something to long for. So as a creator, it's more like, you know, just a little thing to reward your recognition, to reward your efforts, to reward your creativity and your passion, right?
Now they set a trend again with social media. So the fact is that social media is a thing, because someone dies now, you hear it the next morning by looking at your phones. Everything is actually on the phone. So Trend Awards, that's a trend.
So I'm dedicating this award to God Almighty. I'm dedicating it to my family because they support me. I'm dedicating this to my fans. You love the show. Thank you so much.
Glory to God. I want to say a big shout out to my big stomach. All of you have roasted. And to everyone that made time to come on the show. Close to with us.
Truly, it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of my God that showeth mercy. And this right here is proof of that scripture. I'm truly honored. Thank you so much.
Thumbs up to Trend Up. Thank you for doing this for the creators of this world. Like, people didn't really believe in creatives years back, but I know we have come to stay, because now we get this world, now we get the digital space, and thank you for recognizing that.
You are not ready for a serious relationship. You are coming here now, you wear jeans. You can't wear tights inside. So how are we supposed to communicate? Jesus! Are we not going to communicate? I don't want to communicate, but no, you wear jeans and tights. If a woman come out the dog library for your house, woman wear and come. You come here now, you can't give me prison break. You are not ready. You go say pass English. You are going to change in the market. You are going to change that market. Okay, you are not serious. You are not.
But do they enter your medulla? A-level, A-level, this that colometa. Why you they play with your phone for the club? When my boy do they play? Show you the craze, Bossa, catcha, take a assa. Hasta la vista, of course I'm hot and bad. You see the speaker, me, I go post and bad. You see the bass, I get down here, waiting for my body plenty.
What in the world's name was she actually thinking? That's the beach, that's water. You didn't see the wave? Wait, that has to be a joke, because any reasonable person, any sensible person, we know that the wave is moving, because even you as an individual, you're moving from the wave. What were you thinking? That the phone... Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Social View, so get ready to release the bad vibes with great laughter and, of course, the outrageous moments from the world of social media, like what we just saw earlier. Like, what were you thinking? Now, so your phone go. Okay, let's just jump right into some more. This one says, if I ask you for 2K, I beg, try to send 2,100. That 100 naira, they very important. Una don't yell, hey, beggar when get choice. So why is that 100 naira on the 2,000 naira important? So that when you want to withdraw it, all those extra bank charges, 15 naira thereabouts. You are very rude. It's 2K you asked for. Then the person should not add extra 100 naira because of bank charges. I don't think anybody would beg and state this kind of thing. You are very rude. Very choosy beggar. On to the next one. This one says, a boyfriend opened shop for his girlfriend. Customer marry him. Shebi customers are always right. No way. Boyfriend open shop for girlfriend. The customers are always right is for the goods. Okay. It's for the things in the store, okay, she's in the store, so. But customers are always right phrase, it's for the things you are selling, not the human being. So on this particular one, yeah, customers are not always right. How will you just pick somebody's? Do not do that if that's what you do. Boyfriend open shop, you just come from nowhere, marry him. Customers are always right. Don't do that. On to the next one. This one says, if you collect 1K from me this period, now you teach Merlin magic. Yeah, so if you've watched Merlin, that series, you know how you can do it, perform magic, and this person's hand will definitely open for you to collect the money. But this period, 1K from somebody's hand, you have to say a whole lot or do a whole lot and go as far as performing magic to actually squeeze out 1K from somebody, because everybody, they go through a phase. Even the rich is going through a phase right now. So now Merlin teach you work. You guys do a spell to make somebody actually release their fist to give you that, even if it's not last 1K, you guys get the spell to release 1K from anybody's hand this period in Nigeria. On to the next one. Sincerely _AO says, after confessing your feelings to someone, what's next? And at me _Raki 101 says, laugh, text, call each other babe, watch the vibe change, I can't do this anymore, heal again. Is this what you people in a relationship go through? Yeah, when you want to start a relationship, when you've confessed your feelings to somebody, and after you confess your feeling, you're starting the relationship, you laugh, everything is rosy, send text messages, call each other babe, watch the vibe change, then the statement just comes from nowhere, I can't do this anymore. Then you start all over again. Is this how you people do it? You people in relationship, the circle just goes over and over again. Well, no. On to the next one, and of course, this is the last one. Miss Nwangna says, Nigeria is a strange place. I just got a call from Chowdek that they would have to give me a full refund because the dispatch rider was arrested on his way to my house, close to my street actually, and Nigerian police collected the food. God, I beg. This has to be a joke. This really has to be a joke. Because what's the excuse? No, the person won't get the dispatch rider and ain't chow your food. Because what will be the excuse that the police people will tell you and give why they seize the food? Yeah, I would really want to know if this is true, and of course how everything panned out. And since you said it's close to your house, maybe you should go and ask the police if truly they took the food, because this is not possible. Do not abuse our Nigerian police like this. Okay, well. But this is not the police. It's your dispatch rider that actually ate your food, or somebody from somewhere, not the Nigerian police. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up today's episode of Social Veil. We hope you had a good laugh. The show continues shortly, so keep it locked. Yes, sir. One of the best collaborations that have come up from Nigeria. Nice and Tubaba right there. Street credibility. Time check, ladies and gentlemen. My time is done and dusted, and I hope you guys enjoyed every bit of the show. But not to worry, we'll be back again with more fun, more entertainment tomorrow right here on ESplash. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is OJ. Be appreciate yourself, and of course, bye for now.